welcome back to the weekly Sports Table. I'm Chris Schanfeld along with my co-host Edgar Perez, and we are now joined by 2014 NFL Draft prospect, defensive end out of Eastern Illinois, Patrick Wertz. Pat, thanks so much for joining the show. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you doing?
Doing great. It's a pleasure to have you on. We're going to be talking a little bit about your college football career, and I see that coming out of high school, you were a two-star recruit, and you actually decided to attend Illinois State. You spent 2 years there. You redshirted in 2008, and you actually played in 2 games in the 2009 season. I'm curious, why was it, after that season you decided to transfer to Eastern Illinois?
I ended up getting, for that second year, I got a medical shirt. I had a herniated disc in my L4, L5. That kept me from playing, and I was under the amount of plays to get that gray shirt. So I ended up taking the surgery, and then things didn't really work out with the coaching change, and I was going to get a position move. I decided to move to Eastern Illinois.
Pat, you had to sit out the 2010 season due to the NCAA transfer rules, and you were able to play in all 11 games during the 2011 season for Eastern. And actually, that first game, you went up against your former school, Illinois State. What was it like to go up against many of your former teammates for the first time?
Oh, it was awesome. It was definitely like a present getting them for the first game back. It was, there were a lot of my teammates, but I got on. I just really wanted. I was able to represent my team, and Illinois State. It was fun.
Did you have a little bit of an upper hand because you knew kind of your teammates' tendencies there?
I did. They had a quarterback, Matt Brown, who I was practicing against the whole year, my sophomore year when I was there, so I knew how he pass dropped and his tendencies.
All right, Pat, so here it is, 2011. It's your first year playing. You guys actually went 2-9, and actually in 2012, the Eastern Illinois Panthers improved dramatically as you guys had a winning record, 7-5. You made an appearance in the FCS playoffs. Do you feel that success that you guys had in 2012 helped you guys at all this past season?
Oh, yeah, it definitely did. Going 2-9, we actually went 2-9 2 years in a row, and we had a coaching switch to Coach Babers. And with his offense, we were putting up a lot more points and definitely built our confidence for some winning seasons.
Talking a little bit about your past season, Pat, you personally had the best year of your college football career as you had 38 tackles and led the team with 6.5 QB sacks, 5 recovered fumbles, and 2 forced fumbles. The Eastern Illinois Panthers finished the season with a tough loss in the playoffs at home in Charleston against Townsend. I hate to ask you this, but being a defensive player, how tough is it going to sleep at night knowing that your guys allowed Townsend running back Terrence West to run for over 350 yards and 5 touchdowns?
Oh man, that keeps me up at night. That was awful. That's definitely something we wanted to shut down their run game, especially with the weather. It was snowing. We already had snow on the ground. We knew that they were going to try and pound the ball out, and we were a passing team, so we know we were going to have to run the ball, and then we were going to have to stop the run. So, obviously we didn't get our job done how we were supposed to.
Pat, looking at your college football career as a whole, I know you've made many plays. What would you say is the most memorable play that you've made as an Eastern Illinois Panther?
Ooh, I would say that it was actually a game we lost. It was triple overtime against Illinois State, as you said, was our rival. I got a sack fumble against my former teammate Matt Brown. And I was real jacked about that.
How do those Illinois State fans treat you out there?
They treated me fine. A lot of the players talked up a little bit, knowing that I switched schools. A couple of them were out headhunting for me a little bit, but otherwise it was really more about the ISU EIU rivalry than myself.
Pat, recently you participated in your pro day, and over the weekend you made the trip up to Hallis Hall and the Walton Payton Center up north in Lake Forest to participate in the NFL Regional Combine. Tell us what this experience was like and how you feel you performed.
Oh, I thought I did real well. It was a great experience going up there. They got a new field house, the Walter Payton field house. It's really nice. They had new turf and everything, and then just being able to work out, see my numbers, and then kind of get a feel for how things worked. It was real nice. We actually don't get our numbers back till Wednesday, so I don't know how I did yet.
Are you a Bears fan by any chance?
I am a diehard Bears fan.
So that must have been really a really nice experience going up there, huh?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well,
I didn't get to meet many Bears coaches and stuff like that. I wish I could have, but just being there was cool.
Well, Pat, you know the Chicago Bears are looking to put some talent on this defensive line. They're doing that in free agency. I'm sure they're going to be doing that in the draft. Can you imagine playing for your hometown team?
That would be my dream.
So during
Undoubtedly, that would be awesome.
Oh, I bet. And, I'm a diehard Bears fan with you, man. Now, during whether it was the Northwestern Pro Day or even just this past weekend at Hallis Hall in the Walter Payton Center, were you able to talk to any scouts? I know there's a bunch of teams over there. If so, what were they saying to you?
It was more of I'm just trying to get myself looks from these scouts so I can get on a field and really show them how I can play. But not many of them. A lot of them, I'm not expected to go like a first, second, or third round pick or anything like that. But it'll be more of a free agent, 7th round is what I'm been told.
Pat, is there a NFL player you'd combine? I mean, you'd compare your game to, or what's your style of play like when you're on the football field?
I would say J.J. Watt. I like batting down balls, playing aggressively. I think me and him have a very similar style of play.
Not bad. One of the top defensive ends in the NFL, so you certainly can't go wrong with that. Chris Schanfeld, Edgar Perez here on the Weekly Sports Table, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, talking with Eastern Illinois defensive end Patrick Wertz, who will be entering the 2014 NFL Draft. Now, Pat, let's say there's an NFL general manager listening to this interview. Why should he want Patrick Wertz, defensive end out of EIU, on his team?
It's hard work. I'm there to play. I'm all about the team. Get my job done. I'm not trying to do anything outstanding and make plays that aren't mine, but I'm always doing what I need to do, and I can get my job done.
All right, Pat, obviously you know this. You guys have a quarterback by the name of Jimmy Garoppolo who threw for 53 touchdowns this past season, and he's getting awfully a lot of attention, man. Some have even said that he deserves to be a first-round pick. I know he can zip the ball. He has nice accuracy. I've seen a tweet that you sent out a few weeks ago saying that you would actually, or you said Jimmy G over Johnny Manziel. Can you tell us why you think he'll be successful in the NFL?
Well, he's still got room to grow. He's got an arm. Everyone knows there's a reason why people are looking at him to be a first, second-round pick, third-round pick. And I've seen him play. I've had to practice against him, and he's just a higher caliber athlete. Can definitely get the job done.
This is Eastern Illinois we're talking about, though. They're not supposed to have these big-time players.
Hey, we got Tony Romo, Sean Payton. We got plenty of that.
Hey, Pat, we really appreciate your time on the Weekly Sports Table, man. Before we let you go, I just want to say best of luck to you in the 2014 NFL Draft, and best of luck, signing that contract, man.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for joining us, Pat.